for Michael, obviously your family has the great heritage of swimming, but you're a tall guy. Did you want to play basketball or do something other than swimming, or was swimming always number one with you?
I did lots of sports when I was younger. Growing up, played basketball, soccer, and baseball. But I stopped playing all of those when I was 12 and started to focus on swimming after that.
Was it hard to give up those ball sports? Of those, which one did you like the most?
At the time I liked basketball the most, but I kind of each sport when I ended playing with those, I had bad ends to them, so I didn't really miss them that much.
Andy Ross.
Hi, Michael. I know a lot has been made about you following in the footsteps of your mom as a second generation Olympian, but I'm curious of what went into your decision in high school when you moved out of Indiana to train with Schubert in Southern California.
When I made that decision, the training I had spent a year training by myself in Columbus, and I really wanted to get back training with a group, and it's a group of people, having other people at practices with me, and I also wanted to do everything I could to become better in the sport. So the best option seemed to be to go out to California and train for Mark, since I'd already been doing his workouts for over a year and a half, 2 years.
And how funny was it kind of that your mom had also swam for him, and did he ever make jokes about it or any comparisons, or just what was it like to swim for him and to be under such an established coach like him?
It's been really great training under him. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I'm at today in swimming. It's been really great training under him.
Mm-hmm. And I know you're watching you swim ever since you were a young swimmer, because I grew up in Indiana, and watching you swim at age group state, and it always seemed like your last 50 was always a really big part of your races. And I remember watching the 800 at trials and seeing that your last 50 when you ran down the other swimmer to get second. I was like, oh, seen that before. Just how long has that been kind of your MO a little bit, is the last 50 of an 800 or a 1500, and you always seem to finish strong?
I always try to finish as fast as I can. Just everything I have left, I just got to go. So I really, I don't know, I've been doing that ever since I started swimming.
Dustin.
Michael, I know just talking about training in Mission Viejo, Coach Lewis was talking about just the value for you and having that opportunity to especially, during the COVID year, and as strange as it was, from your perspective, just how important was it to have that ability to train with Coach Schubert and train out in California?
It's been really crucial. I trained really well under him. He brings the best out in me in workouts and in meets. So it's been really important being able to have that.
Michael Pegram.
Yeah, one question for Tomer. I wanted to ask about when he reached his cut for the Olympics, and has he been able? When's the last time he trained for a meet and peaked and tapered and so forth, or is that going to be at the actual Olympics?
So I didn't taper and I didn't prepare for meets for a while. Even twice that we had a week and a half ago, I didn't shave and I was not fully tapered. So the main goal is for the Olympics.
When did you meet your time for the cutoff to make the Olympics?
So I did it a year and a half ago, but I was told that I need to prove again that I'm in good shape enough. So I just swam again the time. It's not a big deal.
Ted Schultz.
All right, for Michael Brinegar, first of all, how much pressure did it take off of you at the trials last week after you made it to the Olympics, after you qualified in the 800? How much pressure did that take off of you for the 1500?
It honestly probably took a little too much off. I didn't have any nerves really before the mile because I had already qualified and I couldn't really I didn't refocus enough for the mile, I don't think. So I think it was a little too much.
And how big of a transformation did you have to make after not making it in the open water in 2019? How much did you have to adjust your training to be able to train for the shorter races like the 800 and the 1500 to be able to focus on those two events for the Olympics?
I mean, the training I do for open water is pretty much the same as I do for like the 800 or mile. So it wasn't really that big of a change, and it's been over 2 years. So I think I was fine getting ready for it.
David Woods.
And Michael, could you elaborate on your love for open water swimming, and also have you had any interesting incidents during that? Any, bit by a jellyfish or swallowed a whole bunch of gross water or anything weird like that happen in open water with you?
I haven't had anything like that. I mean, the worst thing I've had happen is like I'm hit in the face a couple of times, but that's just something that happens in open water. What I like really love about it though is like the open competition. It's all the athletes competing at once, and it's not about a time. It's just a race for the place, and whoever gets their hand first on the touchpad. So that's what I really like about it more. Not having to worry about time of like getting a cut or anything. It's just like doing the best you can to beat the people that you're racing against.
So no jellyfish bites or anything horrible like that.
No,
Haven't like run across trash in the water or anything like that.
No, I mean the coolest thing I've had was I had a race in Israel, and we could like see the water was perfectly clear. We could see everything. Like saw like a bunch of fish on the bottom, and like saw a bunch of other stuff. It was really cool.
All right, we have time for one more. Ted, go ahead.
Yeah, do you have any specific goals as far as your training here this next month or so before you go to Tokyo? I know you're going to be going back out to you're back out in California training with your club team out there. What kind of goals do you have as far as your training to get to where you need to be at the end of July?
I'm really just focusing more on a little more on my speed, so I can take out both of the 800 and the mile a little bit faster, and still not get too tired from it. And then working on my negative splitting, so I can come back just as fast and faster.
Thanks.